Following the delivery of each of your sessions in Project 4 Task 3, you're required to get your participants to fill in a participant evaluation, and you yourself are required to complete the self-evaluation. Where you presented to a group, you must get feedback from all 4 participants. And obviously for the individuals, you need to get feedback from those individuals that you presented to as well. We've provided you with a checklist to actually help get that feedback. But just remember, if you're attending in another area, so let's say, for instance, you're doing this by distance, not by face-to-face, you need to get those people to fill in those forms and then send them in for you so that you can add them into your submission for completion. So let's have a look at the templates, the self-participant evaluations that you're required to have completed. Obviously, the trainer name is you, participant name is the person who's filling in this document, and the session name is the name of, or the title of this session. You're then to get them to add in 2 of the best aspects of the training session and a minimum of 2 areas for improvement, and date it. Please let your participants know that they must fill in something in each of the boxes. It's not appropriate to write NA. They actually need to give you some constructive and positive feedback for what areas you need to work on or to improve, so that way you can develop your skills as a trainer assessor for the future. So just scrolling through here and coming to the trainer self-evaluation, you're required to fill this in yourself based on the feedback that you've received from your participants. So if they haven't given you some good, constructive and positive feedback, that's going to make it a little bit harder for you to complete the self-review. So you can see in here, it's what methods did you use to monitor their progress during the session. And it could be just as simple as I watched their body language, or I've watched them perform the task and I gave them feedback, they self-corrected. There's lots of different things that you could put in there. How to ensure that the participants' needs were being met, and that might be based on some special needs that you may have identified earlier before the session was undertaken. What did you do if you noticed a participant was having difficulty? Or what would you do and how would you assist the participant? So if the participants weren't having any difficulty, then we want you to tell us what you would do. Document the progress of the group against the outcomes. How did they actually go? Did they achieve all the outcomes? If some did and some didn't, what other things are you doing to provide support for them beyond the 30-minute session that you just delivered? Based on feedback received from your learners, what adjustments will you make to your future training? And if you don't need to adjust your session to meet the requirements, then tell us about some of the good things that you felt actually justified the fact that you didn't need to adjust your session. Minimum of the 2 best aspects of your training session in your view, and the 2 areas for improvement. Trainer sign and date. We hope that you guys getting these feedback will actually help you to develop your skills as a trainer assessor. And we really like to see how you've self-evaluated and received feedback from your participants. So just remember, you do need to submit feedback from all 4 participants in each of the group-based assessments that you've presented.